Day 2 of my Scottish adventure takes me to the charming town of Queensferry, just a short drive from Edinburgh. My mission here? To marvel at one of Scotland's greatest engineering achievements, the Forth Bridge. Completed in 1890, the Forth Bridge is not just a bridge, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a testament to human ingenuity. Its cantilever design and bold red color make it an unmissable landmark and a perfect backdrop for any visitor. Here I am at Queensferry Port, standing before two monumental feats of engineering that span the Firth of Forth. The Forth Bridge, an enduring masterpiece of the Victorian era, and the Queensferry Crossing, a symbol of modern ingenuity. The Forth Bridge, completed in 1890, was designed by the great engineer Sir John Fowler and Benjamin Baker. However, standing here, I can't help but think of another engineering giant, Isambard Kingdom Brunel, whose innovative spirit laid the groundwork for Victorian engineering achievements. This bridge, commissioned by Queen Victoria herself, remains a proud symbol of that era's industrial ambition. To think of the hands and minds that brought this vision to life, working without the advanced tools we have today, is truly humbling. Every rivet, every beam tells a story of perseverance, precision, and passion. The Queensferry Crossing, completed in 2017, is a modern marvel. With its graceful cables and state-of-the-art design, it represents how far we've come in the field of engineering. Yet it stands side by side with its Victorian counterpart, reminding us that innovation builds upon the foundation of history. As I stand here, watching these two bridges spanning time and space, I can't help but feel a deep admiration for the visionaries behind them. From the legacy of Brunel and his contemporaries to the modern-day architects and engineers, they remind us that human creativity knows no bounds. The Forth Bridge and the Queensferry Crossing, two testaments to the power of human ingenuity, bridging not just two shores but generations of innovation. What a privilege it is to witness this legacy. Next, on my Scottish journey, I am back to Glasgow, a city that never fails to captivate with its blend of culture, architecture, and culinary delights. First on my itinerary is the iconic OVO Hydro Event Centre. The OVO Hydro is not just an event centre, it's a cultural hub, hosting some of the biggest concerts, performances, and sporting events in Scotland. This venue is a testament to Glasgow's reputation as a city of entertainment.
OVO building, OVO Live building, event center. It is one of the...
Standing here, it's easy to see why this venue attracts millions of visitors each year. The architecture, the energy, it's all designed to leave a lasting impression. Next, the Armadillo building, officially known as the SEC Armadillo, is a masterpiece of modern design. Its overlapping shell-like structure was inspired by the iconic Sydney Opera House, earning it the nickname Armadillo. Designed by the renowned architect Sir Norman Foster, this venue is more than just a conference center. It's a landmark of creativity and innovation, hosting everything from conventions to performances. The Armadillo stands as a symbol of Glasgow's cultural heartbeat. After a day of exploring, it's time to indulge my taste buds at one of Glasgow's finest South African restaurants, Shosholoza. Shosholoza brings the heart of South Africa to the streets of Glasgow. From traditional boboti to sizzling boerewors, this restaurant is a celebration of flavor and culture. Savoring these authentic dishes, I'm reminded of the way food bridges cultures, creating connections that transcend borders. Shosholoza is more than a restaurant. It's a journey home for anyone longing for a taste of South Africa and Zimbabwe.
Hello, my brother.
Hello.
How are you? Yeah, I really appreciate this place. It's very lovely. Shosholoza.
Shosholoza.
That sounds South African or
Yes.
Zimbabwean.
Yes, it's South African Zimbabwe. It goes back to the Nguni people.
Yeah. Tell us, where are you from?
I'm originally from Durban in South Africa.
South Africa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. And then you moved over here.
Yeah, 22 years ago, I moved to the UK, but only for 1 year. But I stayed.
Really? Oh my God. How did you come about thinking of setting up something like this here?
So, Shosholoza is the brainchild of my partner, Busi Forbes.
Yeah.
She's got another shop that services South Africans and other Africans in Glasgow. It's called Mama Africa.
Yeah.
So for years she's had Mama Africa,
Yeah.
and she's got lots of customers. She ships to people
Yeah.
all over the UK.
Yeah.
And she gets involved in a lot of the events that we do for the South Africans and other Africans living in Scotland.
Yeah.
And she was talking about wanting to do the restaurants. And then last year she said, Mark, doing the restaurants.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Really? From what I can see, there isn't much of African restaurant, groceries, and the rest of it here in Glasgow or in Scotland. I can see that there is now a bit of it coming
Yeah.
with the advent of new commerce here in the UK.
Yeah. I think, over the years that I've lived in Glasgow, there's not been very many. There's a couple of North African, Central African places that you can find.
Yeah.
But nothing Southern African, nothing South African, Zimbabwean,
I've seen
Mozambique.
Nigerians, Ghanaians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we think we're a little bit different
Yeah.
to some of the other people that have businesses.
Yeah.
Ours is very authentic, very traditional. So whether you walking the streets of Orlando, Soweto, Khayelitsha, Durban, Pretoria, it doesn't matter. We've got food that represents everyone from within Southern Africa.
To put it in a nutshell, as an African, most of the times we do have a bit of not getting it easy to set up something. How easy is it for you?
It's not easy.
An African, it's not easy.
It's not easy. It's not easy. It's hard. You know, trying to find the right staff. Because people need to understand and appreciate the food. Right. Our food is different. We cook it different. There's so many rules and regulations about how you must do stuff in the UK. Which is different to how we do things in Africa, right? We want to be relaxed, laid back, chilled out. So we've got to work on that. So it's hard to get that up, and then to try to find support, funding. That's difficult. That's really difficult. So Boosie's funded this a lot with herself. We don't take much money out. The money goes to the staff. And we're just trying to slowly build something that isn't going to be here for 1 year, but it's going to be here for 10 years.
How many Africans do you employ?
In here, it's only Africans that we employ.
Is it?
So there is a team of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Really?
All from South Africa, Zimbabwe, and Mozambique.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh man. So, in your own experience, what can you advise newcomers as a take-home when it comes to setting up or being an entrepreneur? What will you tell any newcomer?
I think if you're coming from Africa, I think people in the UK, they need to understand your value, right? From Africa, we've got different experiences, right? We've brought up with different challenges. People in the UK sometimes get life a little bit easier because there's lots of opportunities. So I try and tell people that come over, take the opportunities when you can, right? Go and speak to other people that have been here before. Go and ask for help. Go and ask for advice. Because that's how you're gonna get further.
All right.
Don't be quiet. Don't be scared. And also, network with other Africans. There's big African communities in Scotland.
Oh yes, I've noticed that.
I've got 2 on Facebook, South Africans in Glasgow and official South Africans in Scotland. We've got South Africans, Zimbabweans, Nigeria, Botswana, Mozambique, all over. And we do events throughout the year.
All right. You do events? That's fine. I would be loving it to be part of that so that I can showcase it to...
Absolutely. Once a year we do a big event, and then we do smaller ones throughout the year.
All right. So it's a pleasure, brother. It's a pleasure knowing that we have such things. My first time coming to Glasgow was around 2005 or 6. I just visited a friend. To be honest, there was no place to find an African restaurant, no African grocery. So it was like, when I visited now, everything has changed and I love it. So it's a pleasure and it's good, nice talking with you. Thank you very much.
Also, brother, thank you for your time. Thank you for visiting us.
So you guys do a live barbecue here, When people come, they order barbecue and you do it, just like in South Africa, is it? Oh, right. So how many years have you been doing this?
Doing this for almost 15 years.
You've been doing this for 15 years. Where are you originally from?
From
Zimbabwe, yeah? All right.
Just in South Africa.
All right.
So I was doing your business.
All right. It's a pleasure, talking to you, Thank you. Hi, Sisi. How are you? Yeah. Tell me a bit about yourself. What's your name and where are you from?
My name is Mamusa. I'm from Lesotho.
Lesotho. You came here, as I understand, very, very back, 1983.
1983.
1983. That's almost 40 years or
40
good.
years
Yeah,
ago.
yeah. And then, when did you move to Scotland?
2001.
One. That's about 23 years ago. 23 years ago, 2001, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's far off. So tell us, how was the UK or Scotland when you came?
Oh, it was in Scotland. I felt like I was in Africa.
Really?
I felt like the veil has come off my face. I felt so relaxed.
Yeah.
I felt home.
Oh,
I felt love.
yeah,
I felt everything in Glasgow.
yeah. So, as of then, to compare then and now, how can you say when you came or when you arrived here in Glasgow and now 2001 and the present present Glasgow of people coming from Africa, what can you say?
I don't know. Because I had problems when I came here.
Yeah,
And I've got so much help that I was in tears.
yeah,
I had so much help. Everybody rushed to come and help me, and I had a little boy.
oh,
So I don't know if Glasgow is the same Glasgow that I knew then, that
Yeah.
was so helpful and so kind. But all I know is that you can never go without eating in Glasgow.
is it?
Never. The land
Yes.
and be a good citizen.
Yeah.
People will help you.
All right.
And there's a lot of help anyway, not people.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that are set out
Yes.
to help black people.
Yeah.
There is so many stuff in Glasgow. It's better than Edinburgh. Edinburgh is very expensive.
I
Because
know.
I've got a son that
Yeah.
lives in Edinburgh.
I think Edinburgh is a capital, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It should be. Yeah.
Glasgow's got a lot of channels.
Yeah.
A lot of channels. If you can be obedient, then
Yeah.
just keep calm
Yeah.
and do as you want.
Told.
Wish
Yes.
you'll get there.
All right, man. Thank you so much for giving us your practical example and experience, sharing it with us. Thank you so much, man.
My son is very happy in this job.
Subscribe.